Hi Tracy, welcome back to Toronto.
Thank you.
How are you enjoying the heat wave?
Well, I've been in the studio so much I haven't really felt it that much, but it's not so bad. The day I came on Thursday, it was bad.
And what can you tell us about the new collection? What's the inspiration behind the new line?
The new inspiration is To Rome with Love. I went on a magical trip with my older son Austin to Rome, and we wandered the streets, we looked in jewelry stores, we watched the European women, and we loved their style of jewelry. So I really wanted to bring that influence to this collection, and I added the black diamonds to try and put my mark on it.
And what are your favorite pieces?
You know, I'm loving the peace sign bracelet that had the black and gold, and then the diamonds in the piece that was a bracelet. I'm loving a lot of the yellow and gold with the white diamonds and the black diamonds, what I just spoke of. Then there in the other black and gold with the white diamonds is kind of a side heart. It's quite a substantial piece. It's a beautiful necklace.
And peace was a big deal from
Yes.
the last collection, so you're bringing it back.
Always. I always bring a peace sign with me in some form. This time I had a black enamel ring with the white diamond peace sign, and I don't have it because Sharon Osbourne stole it off of my body.
When you were on the talk?
When I was on the talk, yes.
Yes. And your character Lauren wears a lot of your own jewelry.
I wear all my own jewelry.
And if you could design any jewelry for other characters, what kind of ideas would you have for them?
I think if I were to design for anybody else, I'd want to design for Jeannie Cooper, Mrs. Chancellor, because if anybody could rock the big, fabulous, smoky quartz rings with the diamonds around it, or the champagne quartz, it would be Jeannie.
And you've been on the home shopping circuit a lot.
Yes.
Between your own line and Jabot.
Jabot. Mm-hmm.
Will Jabot be available for Canadian fans?
We are working so very hard for our Canadian fans to have Jabot, not only because then they would have a piece of the show and we're able to take this fictitious beauty brand off the television sets and into everybody's hands, but because the products are so incredible. I've been using them for a long period of time. I've noticed a vast difference in my skin, and we are just launching the entire makeup line and the entire skincare line July 28th on Home Shopping Network, and in August in all of the Ulta stores across the United States.
So it's not a one-time deal, it's going to...
Oh no. Oh no.
And do you think Lauren would maybe dabble in jewelry design herself?
I would think so, because when Lauren was on The Bold and the Beautiful, she was a fashion designer, and then she owns the big department stores, and now she's getting involved with Jabot. I think jewelry is quite actually the next step.
So that'd be interesting. Now that she's a board member at Newman,
Right.
Where do you see that storyline going?
I'm hoping there'll be a lot of intrigue, and I hope we get to see Lauren in more business mode, but with a really great storyline, maybe with someone you wouldn't expect.
Adam, maybe? You guys finally had a scene together. What was it like working with Michael Muhney?
Oh, you picked up on that. Michael and I really were excited to work together. We're hoping that maybe there's something more. We've been trying to put our heads together and hope. He's great. He's really great. I would love to work with
He's
him.
really funny on Twitter, so he's won a lot of fans over that way. They
yeah?
they could despise his character, but they love the actor.
Oh, but he's so good. He's so good at being bad.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do, being fantastic, being bad, and without playing bad. Just being bad, there's a very, very fine line, and he rides it beautifully.
So that's good. We'll look forward to that. And
Thank you.
how much input do actors have in their storyline?
Not really a lot. The writers really have control. They know exactly what they want to do. They know exactly where they want the characters to go. But we're hoping with our one little scene, maybe they'll see something.
Yeah. And you've played Lauren for 28 years. You've obviously been there a lot longer than some of the writers,
Yes,
script
I've been
writers.
there since the Jurassic period. Yes.
So you probably know your character a lot better. Do you sometimes get the script and you see it and, hey, Lauren would never say that or she would never do that? Do you get those moments?
Let me tell you what I do. Is I can't believe they remember stuff that I can't remember. So they really are on it. They know what they're doing.
And how far in advance do you guys usually tape?
About 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So you're working a lot with Peter
Bergman.
Bergman, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jack's still in charge of Jabot, which, it's a good change that he's finally come out on top. Will Tucker and Victor ruin that anytime soon?
You know, I don't know, but July 28th is a very, very special episode where Peter and I guest as Lauren and Jack on The Talk.
Now, how was it hard to go do The Talk? Because if you mention The Talk to a lot of soap fans, they cringe because it replaced As the World Turns.
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject, but I think they're doing a great job. You know, we can't exactly bring As the World Turns back. We have to look forward. They're doing a great job. The fact that they really embrace us daytime people and really want to do crossovers. This is the first crossover for them. On July 28th, we go on as Lauren and Jack, and on July 14th, we were able to go back as ourselves. And actually, it was so interesting to play Lauren being on a talk show, because I had to remember this is what she does, and would she be nervous, and how would she walk, and how would she feel, and what's her connection to Peter. So it really brought up a whole new kind of segment that I wasn't thinking of.
And Sharon Osbourne stole some of your jewelry.
Oh, she's so fabulous. I was in the middle of doing the segment as myself, and all of a sudden I felt Sharon pull my hands, and I thought maybe I was doing something really irritating with my hands that I didn't know, and she was trying to stop me. And what she was trying to do is get the ring off of my finger. So she took it, and then after the show I went to get her dog, and I was like, I'm taking Bella, turnabout is fair play.
Crossovers, do you think maybe you guys could go do some Jabot business with the Foresters over on the Bold and Beautiful?
I love going to Bold and Beautiful. I love visiting them.
And you guys tape in the same building, so...
Across the hall.
Yeah. But do you feel like if you guys did go to B&B, since Heather and Dawn are there as different characters, it could be a little interesting?
Well, we'd have to pretend they're not them.
I think that's
not
what...
the Y&R them. They're the B&B them.
That's what Tanya Lee Williams did, because Olivia dropped by.
Oh, she did
a few months
B&B?
ago. Yes, her...
Oh my God.
Olivia's cousin is Justin Barber. So, and she had a scene
Not
with Dawn.
Justin Bieber.
No, Barber.
Barber. Okay.
And she had a scene with Dawn, and there was a little wink and nudge. That
Oh,
we met
really?
Before, yeah.
Fabulous.
So, since you gave him a heart attack in bed.
Yes, I think it's something that should be brought back up.
Sorry, I keep bringing that up. I just
I
think
love
it's hilarious.
It's a sore point. It's a very sore point for Dawn, so please bring it up as much as possible when you see him.
Last time we spoke, we were interested in the whole Diane aspect of Michael and Lauren. Now that Maura West is leaving,
Right.
yeah, it's unfortunate you guys didn't get to do it. What do you think went wrong? Because when Diane was brought back, she was obviously de-aged, and it took fans maybe a little while to get used to a new version of Diane, and Maura's really won us all over, even
Right.
fans of As the World Turns, and now it's a surprise to see her go.
Yeah, I wish I understood what works or what doesn't work for our network and our producers and our writers. I don't really understand what happened. I'm very sorry to see Maura go. I thought she was a wonderful actress.
And the shows, they're bringing in primetime stars from the past, and
A lot.
they're grabbing people from other shows, like Jeannie Francis is now on
Right.
Y&R. But, where's Melody Thomas Scott? Fans want to see Nikki, they want to get Drew back. Will there be focus on actual Y&R characters?
I wish I had the answer to that. I know this is hard. I don't seem to have many answers, but I don't. I don't live inside our writers' brains. I don't know what they're thinking. I know that they like to bring people on to spur a new storyline. Hopefully it spurs a new storyline for people that are already there. That I love.
Because it was good to see Jess in that storyline.
Oh yeah, and Jess is so good. It's really great to see her work.
Now that All My Children, One Life to Live are moving online, how do you find that? Were you guys surprised as well?
I was very surprised. First of all, I was stunned that ABC would cancel the shows, especially All My Children, who had just moved cross country. But I'm actually really hopeful for this online because, quite frankly, if this works, it's going to be groundbreaking and completely change the face of entertainment. So I am just crossing my fingers that it's a huge success.
Do you think it's interesting that soaps first started on radio, then they transitioned to
Right.
TV, and now the web? So
Very possibly, very
Hopefully
possibly.
it could be-
And I love the idea of being anywhere, picking up my laptop and being able to watch the soap that I love anytime. Hopefully they will be able to retain the integrity of the show, that the actors will stay on board. I know it's very risky, and a lot of them are probably thinking about this seriously. But honestly, if it works, it will truly change everything, and I think it will open up the business in a way that it's never been opened before.
and being in the industry, you probably have friends that are in the situation now that their show's moving online.
Right.
What's What's that like? Have you heard anything from it?
I think everyone's, tentative and nervous. When you think about daytime, when I started, there were 13 or 14 shows, and now we're down to 4, and people are losing their jobs. Believe me, I'm grateful every day that I have mine. But now you really have to look at a lot of people out of work, and that is very, very hard. Very hard to look at that.
Any new changes at YNR? There's a new Eden.
Yes, she's fantastic. She's really, really great.
Yeah.
I got a chance to work with her in the very beginning. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to work with her since. Hopefully I will.
Anything else coming up for her? Maybe her and Michael?
I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope. Please, fans, write our writers. We love to work together. We love to do story, but we'd like to do story.
Could Phyllis and Lauren be friends again?
It will really take a lot.
Okay.
Because Phyllis has completely broken all of Lauren's trust in her and betrayed her beyond belief.
And as for your jewelry, so you went to Rome and that inspired you. What's next? Have you been inspired lately?
Yes, because after Rome was Monte Carlo, so the next collection is inspired by my trip to Monte Carlo.
And that'll be out in 2 months?
That'll be out September 9th and 10th. Watch.
And you'll be back in?
I will be back. I can't wait.